My name's Sheridan Calcott. I'm a grazing field officer with Reef Catchments. We're here today on Woodland Station, owned by Sharon and Mark Jensch. We're here today to celebrate the end of our successful 12-month project. Today's event and the project was funded under the Queensland Government's Natural Resource Recovery Program. As part of this project, we successfully undertook 15 on-ground works and held events such as today, along with some peer-to-peer group working of networking out the neighbours together and building that stewardship, beyond the project. Today we have two main guest speakers. We have Ray Thompson, who's a landscape hydrologist, who's coming up from Orange. He hasn't been in the area before, so it's going to be interesting to see how his methodologies and stuff work in the landscapes here today. And our second guest speaker is Mandy Jeppesen from Pharmacist, and she'll be going through some of the soil stuff today. We're going to be doing a property tour around, and we're going to be looking at 3 sites, some of the current works in which they've just completed as part of this project. Then we'll be moving across to see what it looks like after 12 months and what it looks like after 3 years, so you can see the progression of works in real time and how it actually works with your landscapes.
I'm Mark Jensch from Woodlands.
I'm Sharon Jensch from Woodland Station.
Woodlands is 5,800 acres. It's located in the dry tropics with Sundays. We run Greyman cattle, which are Murray Grey Brahman cross. We run 500 odd cows at the moment, cows and calves. We have bulls and replacement heifers, and we're heavily into water regeneration.
We have Emu Creek and Yates Creek that run through the property. It is very hectic in wet season time, so extra gullies and things that come off those creek beds are a bit of a nuisance, and they're the things we attend to, as well as putting in swales in runoff areas, barren areas, no topsoil, etc. The swaling, the gully bungs and the dams all slow the water down and keep the water on the place. The management practice starts with grazing. If you haven't got good grazing, you don't have the swales doing what they're supposed to be doing. So the combination of swales or water rehydration, the grazing practice, animal nutrition, all comes together. It has to be one picture.
My name is Mandy Jeppesen. I work for Pharmacist, which is an independent agronomy company based in Mackay. So the topic I'm going to be covering today is mainly testing that graziers or anyone can do in their own paddocks, just to check for potential soil constraints when they're undertaking things like rehydration swales. Mark and Sharon had some soil tests done last year, and they had incidents of high acidity in their subsoil, and that was being brought to the surface because of the design of their swales. So we actually worked with them to identify areas where acidity could be issues, and they would then change the design of their swales to suit. But these tests can be done by anyone in any situation. They're very easy, and it just gives you an indication of what your soil type actually is to then direct you into what agronomic principles you can follow. I think it's one thing to have an idea of the theory of something working, but to see it actually working on ground, that's where the peer-to-peer groups really come into their own. Because people go out, they see what someone else is doing on their property, and in their heads they can visualise how they can adapt that to suit their own situation. And I think that's really good extension work that can happen on ground, and people learn from each other. So what you're actually doing is reducing the time it takes for that principle to then extend out to the greater community, because people can see the value and they can adapt it to their own situation.
Hi, I'm Ray Thompson, and I've come from a soil conservation service background in the rangelands and semi-arid rangelands, so dealing with virtually the western half of New South Wales. But I'm here today to virtually show them what we've been doing with the landscape with water ponding and water spreading. The 2 systems we've developed sort of in that New South Wales area, in the western part. Take them through those 2 processes today and just show them, this is what you can do with that type of landscape if you've got that soil type. So hopefully they'll listen, learn and take something home and say, oh, I can do that. and that's something you've achieved for that day. Workshops like these today are so important just to get them out of their own paddock, virtually, and just see what, Mark and Sharon have done here. Just broaden their horizon. Have a look what we've been doing in New South Wales and the rest of sort of that duplex red soil types. It just opens their mind up a little bit further, and might plant a seed in there that they can actually do something. It'll make them think and get something from the day.
Hi, I'm Nicole Brownlow. I have acreage down in Habana, plus also we have the family property up here in Bowen. Just starting out a bit more myself individually. So I've been following reef catchments for a little while. I've attended a couple of their other courses. Water management is obviously a very essential part of cattle, and without water, without feed, you can't have cattle. So of course I wanted to come and learn more about how I can make that more sustainable and benefit my property. It's just so good to build those connections and know those other people that are in your area. So we're building more of a female community as well, and we're all starting to help each other, because a lot of the time the men are working away and we can all now step in and help each other. It's that, it's a village that raises everybody, and we're building more of that village and community.
Peer-to-peer is dreadfully important. It's you can actually go and see what's happening on the ground and then share information from other people that have got input, and it builds on the bigger picture.
It also creates a discussion, questions, why, how, and I think that brings that peer-to-peer networking together.
We really do truly believe in the benefit of swales and gully bungs, and the more you can get the picture out to people, there'll be more take it up and implement it, which is good for everyone.
Let's start at the ground level, let's go to field days, let's meet people, and then gradually step into perhaps doing the RCS, the SAVERY courses, and that gives you a toolbox. And from that you take what suits you, and then it grows from there.
I think people get frightened by stepping outside their paradigm, and they've just got to be comfortable, to have a go. You can get it wrong, and that's a learning curve. When you make a mistake, you're learning. Don't make any mistakes, you don't learn anything.